Someone asked the former mayor of New York City what would be the most challenging issue facing the city in the next century. He said, horse manure. That was a little over a century ago. He wasn't joking. Horses were used for transporting just about everything and produced thousands of tons of waste every day. Then, some bright individuals came along and invented the automobile, and just like that, averted the horse manure crisis. Looking back at this solution, though, we all know that cars created new problems. They have polluted our air, contributed to global warming, and caused countless fatalities. Now, I'm not saying we should give up our cars and rely fully on the St. Louis Metro. I would never wish that on anyone. Instead, we need to constantly work to improve ourselves and our surroundings. That's what we were trained for, here at Washington University. If we take a look around, we will find no shortage of problems needing a solution. The good news is, though, that we're not solving these challenges alone. These days, everyone's coming to recognize that we are part of a global society. I recently had the great pleasure of hearing one of my childhood heroes, Bill Nye, speak on this very campus, and he said something that resonated with me. Regardless of what we look like or where we're from, we all share the same species and share the same planet. We, as Baha'u'llah once said, are the fruits of one tree and the leaves of one branch. Do national boundaries stop diseases like the swine flu from spreading across the world? When economic disaster strikes countries like Greece, do our borders keep us safe? Even art and entertainment sweep across the earth like cultural tidal waves. I mean, no matter how far you go, you can't help drowning in Adele's music. She's everywhere. The lines that we've drawn, the borders we form, are all man-made. And in building these boundaries to help understand our world, we may have lost something important. That's why we need to look past all boundaries and see the bigger picture. Just look at the St. Louis. If you drive south on Skinker for 10 minutes, you'll pass through 3 or 4 small cities. And if you drive north, you'll see even more. No matter how we choose to view other places or the people from them, we all need to remember that we share this same little spot of land. This city in which we spent our last several years is a perfect model for the world, with all its divisions and names we've created to separate ourselves. I know that the boundaries people create will not stop any of us from sweeping the world off its feet, with our ingenuity, passion, and dedication. We must serve others with the skills we've developed here. Before we leave WashU, let's spend a minute to think about what we will do to help the world. If you've passed the bunny as many times as I have, I'm sure you can't help but wonder, what is thinking? I have a guess. It's probably wondering, how can students like us make a difference? When you pass by the money for the last time, think with it and reflect on the challenges we face. Yes, they're overwhelming. What if our efforts to improve our world seem hopeless? Well, we're all in this together, and sometimes it just takes one invention, one idea, one dream to change everything for the better. Someone very dear to my heart put it well when he said, "A single grain of rice can tip the scale." That grain of rice is one of us. And yes, I just quoted a character from Mulan. We will solve the horse manure crises of today, and we will look beyond the limited scope of just our neighborhood. Because the world needs us, and because we are graduates of WashU. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. Our final student speaker is